number 59. Now say thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank
Now,
that. Pop, pop.
That's our Thanksgiving show. All the thank yous. Thank you. Thank you. What are you thankful for, John?
Family.
Oh. Oh.
I'm thankful for my family.
I'm thankful for enemas.
Oh, well, there you go, Marv.
You take a
Hey,
lot of narcotics
get
like
cleaned
I
out. Yeah, I guess
get
so.
all bottled up, and then one day you're not.
Hey, give us a wave. Oh, sorry. Marv. Yeah, there we go. Marv. You gonna tell him, Marv?
Yeah, sure. I'll
Okay.
show him.
Oh, you're gonna show him.
Had
Uh-oh.
major.
A lot of views now. OnlyFans Marv. Oh, there you go. Oh,
They cut my
what I'm talking about,
shoulder
baby.
open. Put in a new shoulder, John. I have a new shoulder.
If our views go up because of shoulder action, Marv, guess what?
It's a pretty intensive operation. They cut that there. They pulled the old they cut off the tendons. They pulled the humerus out and cut the top of the bone off.
Oh, man.
Put in a new top of the bone, a new ball joint. And they drill a plate into your old socket, put a new socket in there. So I am titanium.
There you go. Look at that. The Onion Knight has a titanium shoulder.
It's only
You hear that, you Game of Thrones?
It'll be 2 weeks tomorrow.
Be 2 weeks.
Last week I didn't feel like sitting in a chair very long.
Yeah.
This week I can use my arm pretty well, but I just can't I can't lift it up straight. I need both hands to lift it up. So I mean, I can't use the mouse with my left hand yet. That's where I'm at.
So what are you asking for, Marv? What do you need help with? What are you insinuating?
What you mean?
It just seems like you're like insinuating that you need help with something. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I cannot provide that type of help.
Oh, you mean something I used to do like 7-8 times a day?
I don't know what your record is.
Brushing my teeth, you mean? It's like this. It's this motion. Is that
yeah.
I got my right hand. I can still. You know what? You're just not in the mood when your left hand hurts. So
hold on, put on YMCA.
Even boom, boom, boom. Do the Trump move.
No. So you're going to be out of money because you can't do the Trump move, right? Because you can't do the impression. You can't be
all the money I made from it before.
Oh man,
all those millions of dollars I was making gone.
How did you only injure your shoulder, or was it like wear and tear?
I got old. It's arthritis.
Wear and tear. All right.
It's arthritis. I just turned 66 Thursday. Thanksgiving was my birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
66 years of chronic abuse of. We think it would be my right hand though, of all the things that would wear out. But it was my left one. Just makes
there we go. Yeah.
I guess it's because it's the guard. In case anybody's looking.
Oh.
You know the joke I tell. Some people say that the way you hurt your number one way of injuring your penis is getting caught in a zipper. But it's not true. The number one way of injuring your penis is people coming in the room unannounced.
Yeah.
I make my wife wear a cowbell. More cowbell.
Someone said, "Why are you naked?"
Is that the sound of a cowbell? I listen for the cowbell and then I can stop in time and get my pants pulled up.
You know, Marv, it is surprising to me that you don't have a cowbell.
My wife is wearing it. More cowbell.
That's where it went.
Did that anniversary of that come out? The Christopher Walken Saturday Night Live bit. More cowbell.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, it's got to be a while though, right? That was
The
like
anniversary of it
in
came
the
out.
early '90s, or was that '80s? It's got to be early '90s.
I don't know.
I want to say like maybe even 90, 94, 95. I guess that's not early '90s.
How do all these
That
people?
was Will Ferrell, right?
Yeah, Will Ferrell and Christopher Walken. I don't understand
Maybe
how all the
96.
other YouTube stuff they
I'm gonna
get
say 96.
they get stuff on their videos, and you think they're all asking to use stuff?
I'm sorry. What'd you say?
Do you think that all the other videos they don't get hit? Uh, they're monetized, a lot of them, and they show videos and stuff, and they never get like we get dinged if we show somebody stuff.
Yeah, I don't know what we'll have to figure out what that.
Did you hear that?
Yes.
My computer must be running slow.
I got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell.
I got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell. Everyone used to do. What's the guy's name?
Christopher Walken.
Take a screwdriver, put it through your
Yeah.
eye. That's normal, right? Remember Ryan Dalton used to do the Smurfs?
Yeah, wasn't that his closer for a while?
Oh, he was so big, but then it got you were if you were doing him, people started. There was a group of people that would say you were being hacked because so many people did him. Like, it's not Kevin Kline. Who's the other actor? Does a lot of impressions. He was on Saturday Night
Kevin
Live.
Spacey?
Yeah, Kevin Spacey.
Or not Kevin Spacey. Kevin.
Pollock. Kevin Pollock.
Yeah.
Doing Christopher Walken auditioning for Star Wars, and Christopher Walken this, and Jay Moore did Christopher Walken, and it turns out Jay Moore is like his nephew or something of Christopher Walken.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Sad. I don't know. Put a screwdriver through your eye. It's normal where I'm from. And then a lot of comics would do his cadence in their act. They picked up his cadence. Have you noticed that? Like a lot of comics are really good because of just how they sound, and they get that perfectly attuned stage voice that they've created. It usually fits them. It does. I'm not saying they're copying.
Yeah,
but
I think
if I told my jokes like this, I would be funnier. What do you think?
It sounds like you have a problem. You've been drinking too much.
Some people say number one reason for penis injury is getting your penis caught in your zipper.
Yeah.
I say they're wrong. The number one reason for penis injury is people walking in the room unannounced. That's why I make my wife wear cowbells.
Okay.
I got a fever,
You got a fever.
and the only prescription is more cowbell.
Don't.
Guess what? I got a fever.
Did they do a commercial about with him
More
and
cowbell.
What?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it was a fever dream. I thought I saw a commercial with him and a lot of people like
He danced or something?
I don't know. No. This was like not that long ago, but it was I don't know if it was his face on other people's faces or they were doing his I don't know. It was
I think it was one
all
like
back and forth or something. I don't know.
I think a lot of people, everybody tries. Anybody who's ever tried to do an impression has probably tried to do. If I can remember his name now, because that's my problem getting old. I forget stuff. Who are we talking about?
Yeah, it's hard for me to do like impression. I'm better at doing like trying to do like accents or trying to do like if it's just straight Southern or something like that,
Here's
or
my
if it's
impression of Uncle
English
Larry.
or if it's New England, that sort of thing.
Here's my
It's harder
impression of
for me
Uncle
to
Larry.
do an impression.
You could do Uncle Larry. You could do your Uncle Larry. That's who you.
Yeah, I could probably do my Uncle Larry. Yeah,
because nobody knows who your Uncle Larry is. So
right, exactly. But I can do it dead on, Uncle Larry.
Dead on, Uncle Larry. Who are we talking about? More cowbell. I can't remember his name.
Christopher Walken.
My memory is not.
I gotta have more cowbell.
Gotta have more cowbell. Gotta have it.
Hey, speaking of somebody who is got to have more cowbell, and I won the bet, by the way. Not going to jail. Donald Trump. Charges dropped.
Isn't he in his own?
And I'm
prison?
not like gloating. I'm not gloating that I won this bet. I'm not gloating at all that I won this bet.
You are fake news.
But I knew it was going to happen. I knew somehow, some way, he was going to figure out a way. And it turns out, you know.
Bing, bing, bong, bong, bing, bing, bing.
You were right. He didn't go. You're fake
Yay!
news. Now, Christopher Walken is doing Donald Trump. You're fake news. I'm gonna come. That's my favorite Donald Trump impression. I'm gonna come.
So explain why Jack Smith, right? Why he what he did and why he did it and what he can do, what they can do later if possible. Okay. Probably not.
Because of the Department of Justice's longstanding policy that you can't indict or do anything to a person who's the president of the United States while they're president. There's no sense in going on with the case that they have because they can't do anything. They can't make him come up for court. He can't be involved. They can't charge. They can't do anything now because of the longstanding policy that a sitting president, and now they've included to be president-elect, can't be charged with any crimes. They decided to drop the case with, and here's the key things. It allows him to write a report. Because when he dropped it, he wrote we still believe we had plenty of evidence of very serious crimes that the individual committed, but
no, bless you. That was delayed.
Yeah, we can't charge him. So but if we drop him now, before I get fired, I can file a report on it and basically say everything we were going to convict him of, because he was going to get convicted probably, because he is a criminal, he's a piece of shit. But anyways, and because they're doing it now, the judge will be able to dismiss the case without prejudice. In other words, if it was with prejudice, that means they couldn't refile. But without prejudice means after this Department of Justice is removed and all the cronies that Trump is putting in office and all the nutbags and he could still be charged with the crimes later on. So you have a partial victory.
Yeah. Okay.
Because in all purposes, he'll probably never be tried.
So the silver lining is they're trying to postpone when they can try him until after he's president again.
Yeah. Plus, Trump has already sworn he's coming after everybody that tried to prosecute him. Anybody had anything to do with it, he's coming after him. He doesn't believe in retribution except when it suits him. He tried to put Hillary Clinton in jail already, and the people in the DOJ back then wouldn't do it. They said she didn't. There's no evidence she did any crimes. But these guys working for him now, they'll just make shit up. They're going to make shit up. Give him whatever he wanted. Kash Patel's in charge of the FBI. He'll go in there, and I don't know how he's going to convince. They'll hire new agents, I guess, because these agents aren't going to just flip and be liars and cheats like he is, But they'll hire enough people. What was it you were saying earlier? There'll be this one layer of incompetent, and then below it might be competent, but they'll get rid of all the layers of competency until they can get whatever they want.
Yeah, they'll slowly eat away at it. See, we were talking about the different scenarios, and that they're just going to be either fighting for credit and then whenever something goes wrong, they'll blame everybody. It's almost like and it'll just crumble that way.
They won't. None of them will ever accept blame. Everything's perfect all the time.
Well, right, but if something goes wrong, I was more talking about if something happens that Trump's gone, that they can't. There is no main guy anymore. You know what I mean? So they're all going to be fighting each other for all the scraps of whatever's left.
Oh,
but
are you saying, like, let's say Trump, he is old, passes away,
yeah,
and it starts crumbling because they don't have that insane leadership from the top?
How old will Trump be at the end of the 4 years?
Oh, he's 78, so he'll be 82.
Yeah. Anybody think about that? Anybody ever bring that up?
I think he's going to be the oldest president-elect. He's going to be the oldest president-elect, I think.
So he'll be older than Biden, or no, he'll be as old as Biden, right?
I think he'll be older than Biden was when he leaves. Biden's going to be only, what is Biden, 82?
I think 81 or 82. I thought he was already 81, but I thought his birthday he just had a birthday.
And I think he might have turned 82. Joe Biden age. He's 82, so Trump is 78, right?
Yeah. I mean, I should have been able to do easy math. I don't math well.
Combined for the highest average age, both of them would have been, combined, your age would have been 80, right? How come it just won't say his fucking age? But Trump's got everything under his control, doesn't he?
He is 78, though, right?
I'm pretty sure he's 78. It's not saying his age here, though.
Huh.
Ah. 78. He was born June 14th. So Biden was 78 when he took office. He was born. Oh, why the fuck don't you just tell me people's age? What is so hard, Google?
I wonder, are they still recording the president?
Yeah. See him walk off in the rainforest? He was born November, so he had just turned 78 when he took office. So Trump is going to be older than him when he takes office.
He's going to be older than Biden than when Biden took office last
He's going to be the oldest presidential. He'll be older than Biden was. Which, before the election, that was such a big deal that they were so old. And as soon as Biden dropped out, you never even heard anybody talk about it anymore.
So I proposed three different scenarios to you on things that, could occur. I don't know. And we kind of talked about it that one was that Trump's presidency ends up being an overwhelming situation for all the people in charge that he has put in charge, that they're not capable of the job, and it's just kind of a shit show, and he has to keep firing and refiring, and it's just a mess, and they start point fingers like we talked about, and he just kind of gets overwhelmed and can't even continue to run government. Okay. The second scenario is Trump gets everything he wants. And
there's a lot of Democrats who kind of want to let him do whatever he wants because they think it's going to be such a fucking shit show.
So he gets everything he wants. Maybe he dissolves the House. Maybe he he dissolves the Senate or whatever, and he dissolves the judiciary. He consolidates power into himself, and it's all down from there. And it works all to his. He deports millions of people, and he's just able to. He puts them in camps, and no one cares, and it's just a master plan, and it's the Trump show, and he's King Trump, and
he's a new dictator.
Yeah. Or he gets some things, it's kind of incompetent, but in 2 years there's an election. They bring in new people. His policies start to not do well. They don't do great. They plunge us into maybe a recession, could go almost into a depression. And then he doesn't get reelected. Democrat gets elected. And then once again, the Democrat comes in and tries to turn everything around the government and steer it around like the giant,
like the last 4 times
barge that it is, turn it around and head it.
The last 4 times Republicans have left office, it's always been shit.
Head it back in the right direction, get our alliances back together, reinforce NATO, make sure Russia isn't fucking with everybody, put it back on target, even though, hey, we don't know that we're crazy about who's in charge, but they're better than what was going on before.
Which will make the rich people sad again, because then they're going to have regulations to follow.
Right. So, and you think it's going to be scenario 3,
which is the
barge, where it's got a Democrat come in and take hold of the barge to remove it from near iceberg.
I think Democrats will rescue us again from the nightmare of a Republican administration.
I think that might be the best scenario.
It is the best. All the other one is we lose control of our democracy completely, and we become an authoritarian leadership, and it'll just be the Trump family cycling in and out of the White House.
But do they know what they're doing?
Presidency. Huh?
Do they know what they're doing is the other question.
I think they're going to follow the same exact plan that the guy in Hungary did, Orban.
Yeah.
I think they're going to follow his plan completely.
And there'll be enough Americans.
There's always going to be enough Americans that support a dictator because they want to be told what to do. As much as they scream they want to be free, they just want someone to tell them what to do. I saw it when I taught. A lot of teachers, they didn't care whatever they have a principal that will tell me what to do. That's all. I just want to do what you tell me to do. I don't want anything else to happen here. That's a lot of Americans. Sheep. And they'll feel like they're patriots for being sheep. That's what I think is going to happen. And I asked Trump about it, and here's what he said.
Are you gay?
What's Donald's biggest dream?
Grab him by the pussy.
Do you think that they look at the Constitution and the Bill of Rights and stuff, and then they look at our history and how our history counteracts some of the things from the Constitution and the Bill of Rights, and they see it in a different way?
Oh, that's what the Supreme Court already did. I mean, the Supreme Court was clear that the things that Trump did were crimes. And then they went and said, you know what? No, when you're acting as president, you can't do any job without fear of being charged with a crime. So therefore, you can do anything you want as long as it's official act, and we won't charge you with a crime now. That was never like that before. But the Supreme Court changed that to as long as it's an official act, it's okay. So if Joe Biden today decides to kill all these yahoos before they take office and say, it's an official act of saving our country from the tyranny of this madman, it's legal. And
so he doesn't have
to be able to do it.
He doesn't have to send that into anybody and say, ethically, is it okay if I, murder all these people?
Now, will the people he ordered do it? Because they're not supposed to do an immoral order. All right. Now, it's a legal order because the Supreme Court said it is. But will they do it because it's an immoral order? That's a different question. Yeah. Would they do it? Would the SEAL Team 6 kill Donald Trump? I don't think they would.
Yeah.
I don't think it's an immoral order. But I don't think there's no doubt in my mind that Donald Trump will order that if it comes down to it.
But if you go down the line far enough, you're eventually going to find someone that says, "Yeah, I'll do it. How much you paying?" You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's always true. Yeah. Yeah, that's how I got on the board of the Cleveland Comedy Festival when this crazy guy was running it named John Wellington. I'll do it.
I need all the help I can get.
A lot of people forget that you were one of the main cogs of a very successful festival that is still running today. Did you go back and help this year?
As I left. What?
Did you go back and help this year in some way? Did I see you were involved or something?
No, we were going to, but it kind of it kind of fell through at the end. So.
Kyle's always open to people wanting to help. So
yes, go help.
If comics are out there want to be involved, Kyle Honhorse, he'll and Rubber City too. You know.
Yep.
Like go. Rubber City.
Help. They need all the help they can get. I put in my
three founders for Rubber City, but I don't really do anything. I don't know why they put me on as one of the three founders. They ask me questions. They'll ask me stuff, and I'll say, I wouldn't do that. That's my role. That's my role. My role is, no, that sounds stupid.
Wait a minute. Are you saying they're successful because they don't take your advice?
Yeah, then they do whatever they say. They'll do whatever it is. Yeah, we're going to do it. Mark said it's not a good idea, so let's do it.
All right, let's do that. Let's do that. We're going to definitely do that.
So Cleveland was pretty successful from what I heard. A lot of people were happy with it.
Good.
I don't know where their venue is now. They don't have the biggest venues that we used to have.
I wanted to get out. I had a bunch of family stuff going on. I wasn't able to do it.
Yeah, I couldn't get out. My son was visiting on the nights that I was free, and so he was there, and he didn't want to go. I was going to go up and help, but I didn't make any plans to help. So I don't.
Yeah, I was actually going to volunteer, and it turned out we had something else going on that night, and I wasn't able to do it.
I'm gonna have to shit or get off the pot on this comedy stuff. Either commit to it or not. That's what it comes down to. Because as I've gotten older, I find it harder to leave the house at night.
Hey man, we got to keep the fight, right?
We haven't done a very good job of keeping the fight, John.
No, we haven't. But doesn't mean it's all over, you know.
No, I got a show coming up December 13th and 14th at the Funny Stone with Chris Klim and Mike Polk. Mike Polk's headliner. Klim is the feature.
Oh, someone's got a show. Very nice. Very nice.
Opening. I've been working on some new jokes. We ought to go over my stuff off air soon, so it'll be new and surprising to people. I've written a lot of new stuff.
Fresh.
None of it's very funny though. I've decided to become a philosopher comic.
Okay.
Present my philosophy to the world. And see, I noticed Nate Bargatze doesn't really say anything, and he's very famous and happy and funny. He just talks about what his wife said to him, and people laugh.
Okay.
He's really good, isn't he? Oh, and Anthony Jeselnik just came out with a new special, and he came out against cancel culture, which he himself said is nothing special about that. He goes, but he got a lot of credit for saying all these wannabe comics are come out and saying I'm against cancel culture. When are you going to put me on your show, Joe Rogan?
Yeah,
that was his joke, and a lot of comics are upset that he said that joke. But I'm like, a lot of comics have been saying that same joke for quite a few years. Not about Joe Rogan, though. Not with the context. Not with the 50 million Joe Rogan bros who want to kill him now. So it is ballsy to say that.
Oh, Joe Rogan bros that want to kill Anthony Jeselnik?
Yeah, they're
how you see it?
A lot of people are mad at Anthony for saying that about Joe. And Joe Rogan, he said Joe Rogan's a friend of mine. He's a great guy. He goes, but if you listen to his podcast, you're a loser. He stepped on her toes pretty good there. You're a loser.
Well, I mean,
I
it's his opinion. I don't know.
I agree with him totally. I've tried to listen to Joe Rogan's podcast, and it lacks depth. It lacks a lot.
I mean, I have very good friends of ours that listen to Joe Rogan. I honestly, like I said before, and I still haven't listened to any of it. Maybe I should and not judge. I haven't listened to any of it at all. I've never been that into him, I guess.
He will bend to the will of whoever his guest is on the show. Like,
okay.
He can be convinced, whatever your position is, that it's true and right.
Okay.
So he has no. I don't think he has any principles that he.
So he does no pushback or brings out.
No, he will push back. He'll push back for the controversy of it, but like they'll come on and they'll make a statement. Like there was a rich guy came on the show and he goes, "Joe, do you realize?" No, Joe quoted it. He goes, "You said in your writing that there's 430 federal offices, and our country hasn't even been around that many years."
What? So? Who gives a fuck?
And the rich guys see, Joe, yes, it's out of control. And we're getting a new office every year.
Oh my God.
Bigger and bigger. Like, how old the country is relevant to how many offices that serve 330 million people.
And what does Joe say? Oh, I see what you did there.
Joe brought it up. That was his. He goes, I read in your writing. I read in your writing that like it's some valid point, you know?
Okay.
Like, this is the genius of Joe Rogan. This is
okay.
He's a fucking idiot.
I don't know. I got it. Okay. I will listen. I'll try to listen to some Joe Rogan. Don't go to the deep dive of the Joe Rogan.
Don't waste.
Why not?
Oh, he's so fucking pointless. And
maybe I'll become what do they call their fans? Roganites?
Rogan Bros.
Really?
Yeah.
No, they don't.
Yes.
No, they don't call themselves Rogan Bros.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. I mean Rogan. How did Rogan get Rogan started on a TV show. Talk News or what was it?
Yeah, News Radio. It was a good show. He was like the third.
Joe Rogan has always had money.
That Joe Rogan is going to become our dictator, the third wheel on a fucking news radio. And
Trump was on a fucking fake show where he fired people.
Shit.
It's all
that's
fake.
The other future I didn't see, Marv. Thank you. Who the fuck are you, Dr. Marvel Wizard or whatever?
Well, look at Joe Rogan's dad was an architect. He comes off as he's this normal guy who grew up. Joe Rogan's never had to suffer for money. He started off young.
Hey, you shut up about Joe Rogan. He's gonna be our next dictator. We got to get in fucking line.
He's never fucking had to suffer like most middle class people have to suffer and worry about paychecks come. He's always been in a probably $800,000 pay a year thing. Now he's making millions off of the Spotify podcast, but
Marv,
he's not just a normal guy.
He's gonna run for president, dude. Not even run for president. He'll take over. Think about it. He's already got the podcast.
That's when we run Taylor Swift.
Nobody's going to take him seriously because he was. Look, they're going to point to it. This guy was making people eat food on a challenge show.
What was the name of the show he's on?
Just like eat bacteria and stuff on a challenge show. It's going to be our dictator. Yeah. Sorry, everybody.
Weird shit.
Marv just foretold that Joe Rogan. With the Rogan Bros.
President Rogan. He'll be appointed with some. Don't you think he's going to get in a cabinet position?
Fucking A.
He'll be cabinet of the podcasters. He'll be the podcast cabinet.
Hey, but there's going to be comedy.
He'll probably run the FEC.
Probably. Oh, we're fucked. I didn't foresee I did not foresee Joe Rogan dictatorship. Fuck.
Well, we can blame Barron Trump because he told his dad, you ought to go on Joe Rogan's show. All the bros are there.
And that's the money. Jesus Christ. This is this is the weird supervillain scenario stuff,
Started by Donald Trump's now 18-year-old son. So we can make fun of him because he's 18. He's a grown-ass man.
So Donald,
we're all going to go to prison for it. You'll go to prison for it.
Trump's son probably told him to go on that. Who's that? Theo? Was his name Theo that was on the The Real World or something, and he became a comic.
Oh,
I
there's
forget his
Charlemagne
name.
the God. I don't know who you're talking about.
He's a podcaster, but he also wanted Trump. I know he's popular, but I can't remember his name, and
I don't know.
These people became popular, and I just I'm out of it. I'm out of that. I guess I never got it. I don't know.
Stupid fuckers. They're stupid fuckers. They're not stupid. They're all richer than me, and
I mean,
they work hard and successful.
I did listen to Opie and Anthony. I listened to a decent amount of Opie. Some, they did a lot of, weird and crazy
never
shit.
listened to
I listened to it. I listened to it because they brought comics on. They had comics on there, and for Jim Norton. And
that's how Dave Landau, who's getting a pretty big presence now, started on the chair opposite, I think, of Andy, or maybe it was Opie. I don't know. The one got fired, and the other guy kept the show going. And Dave Landau ended up on his show for a while, and then he ended up on the other right wing nutbag.
Yeah, by the time that stuff happened, I had long stopped listening to it.
Now he's got his own show called Normal World, and he's making a Vegas comedy video for one of his buddies, Derek Richards, who's a funny guy. Dave Landau was funny, and we were pretty good friends. And it's not that we're not anymore. I just haven't seen him since COVID.
So
he's taken advantage of. He wasn't political at all when I knew him, but now he is.
Who's that? Who's Dave Landau?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I think I remember him. I remember him being
hilarious,
really good. I haven't seen again.
He's not as funny now because his jokes are about they're pandering to the right wing, but he doesn't care.
I don't. This might sound weird, but unless they're like Burr or somebody, and sometimes maybe even not. Honestly, I don't like to be influenced, so I don't want to listen to some of their things. But then I don't want to also, do a joke or do a premise worse than them. You know what I mean? So, but I tend not to. I haven't listened to a lot of people, so I don't know what they've been doing for the last few years. I've been down different rabbit holes. But I've seen like all their first specials and like, oh, okay, I see why they're popular. I see why they're funny.
He's got his own show on Blaze TV now called Normal World, which is a YouTube channel.
And that's Dave Landau?
Yeah. We use StreamYard, a lot of people, if you're wondering what we're using. But I think we could start streaming, actually be live, and maybe people come on and join us on YouTube. I've done a couple of YouTube videos at 3 a.m. So I said I can't sleep.
Yeah, so and then you're gonna start talking about people wanting to
fuck Joe Rogan
and watch. I mean,
one of my shows was fuck Joe Rogan. So.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
You don't like him that much?
Oh,
I'm telling you, I'm gonna
ruined our country. He supported Donald. He's famous for calling out Carlos Mencia for being a liar. Yeah, then he goes out and endorses the greatest liar in American history. So
I agree with you. I agree with you on all of those fronts. On the yeah, I got you.
The implication is he supported Trump because Kamala wouldn't come on his show. What kind of fucking
Dr. Phil was the same thing. How weak is that?
What kind of fucking way to destroy the American democracy?
I got snubbed.
She wouldn't come up. She had to come to my studio or not at all.
No, thank you.
Come to my studio or not at all. I'm Joe Rogan. I'm a wrestler. I can fight people. I'm strong. I take pot constantly and probably, I don't know, maybe some steroids got in there. I don't know.
I think there's a difference between Dr. Phil and Joe Rogan, though, don't you?
Yeah, people like Joe Rogan.
Yeah. I'm not saying she should have went on Joe Rogan.
Didn't you used to do a Dr. Phil impression, didn't you?
Me?
Yeah, something about taking the raccoons to the water, but you can't make them drink. Was that you?
Maybe I did. I don't remember. It's sometimes just like throwing spaghetti at a wall and see what'll stick. Hey, will they laugh at this shit?
Hey, I'm Dr. Phil. I got famous on Oprah. But now I'm turning against everything Oprah ever stood for. Because I got snubbed.
Well, Oprah is a interesting case herself, but I don't know. It's all...
Her morals line closer to my morals than...
It's all messed up.
Dr. Phil.
You know, we say all these things, but hey, I don't know anybody. I know you, Marv, to an extent. I know
you
my
really
wife.
don't know me.
You don't know anybody.
Hey, more cowbell. That's
right?
what I'm into.
I mean, you clearly don't. Never mind. I'm not going to say that. I might get us me in trouble.
Wrong.
Wrong. Wrong. Wrong.
Stop it.
Trying to.
The wall just got 10 feet taller.
10 feet. Let's get these camps built up. Oh, man, they're buying up land. The federal government is looking for land for their internment camps. These are going to be nice facilities of open air, no bathrooms probably, and people dying.
And are people going to be lining up for all these homes that apparently none of these immigrants are sleeping in because they were?
No, inner cities are going to become emptier than ever. They're going to become more homeless, more places. And the money that's going to be used to do all this is going to come out of some other, like Social Security or something, I'm sure.
Wait a minute. Hold up. I thought the argument was once they evacuate all of the immigrants, or
11 million, they say
unsavorables.
I think it's closer to 2.5 million.
Then it'll open up all these houses that they've been squatting in and living in.
And jobs
can go live free and happy and with jobs. What?
In the jobs they've taken.
Yes, and you know,
I expect
take all their
surgical positions open up. What do you think?
Ready for you.
Lawyer offices are going to be needing new people, new lawyers.
Yeah. Do you have a steady hand? Then come, enjoy surgery. There we go. That one is. Can you lift your other hand?
It's steady.
You know what? We're a cash college, so we'll take you anyway. Bing, bing. 25 easy courses of just $1,000, a payment plan. Because guess what? All those regulations are out the window. So all those for-profit education scams, they're coming back, baby.
The cats are going to be happy. No one's eating the cats anymore, thanks to.
So basically, all of Trump's schemes that they tried to prosecute him for are ready to go. You know that?
Yeah. Oh, Trump's already said everybody's putting in jail. Get Trump that list. What's going to? Here's the thing: should Biden issue a preemptive pardoning of all these people that worked on his cases?
If he does that, and it gets out that he does that, people will really get scared. But I do look for people to leave the country.
You think Trump's not going to do that when he's leaving off? If he's forced to leave somehow, don't you think he's going to pardon every motherfucker that has anything to do with his bullshit?
It depends. He pardoned a decent amount of them before, so he'll probably do that again. Yeah, but I mean, it depends on who he likes, on who he pardons, right?
He has no more limits now. The Supreme Court says it's an official act. You can do it.
Do the pardons even matter?
Yeah.
If he's going to be taking over and it's going to be complete power, I mean, it doesn't even matter. He'll get anybody out of jail he wants.
The crimes they committed, you know. I mean, Steve Bannon was fucking what? Scamming people out of money for a fake wall building.
Yeah, he's going to be doing it again.
Wall. Give us your money. Send us your money. And he got
caught. Everybody that was working for him. All right, lights back on, baby.
The only reason they went to jail was because they wouldn't honor the subpoenas of the 9/11 the January 6th investigation. That's the only people that went to jail. People who wouldn't come and testify. And all they had to do was come in and say, Fifth Amendment. They didn't have to go to jail.
I wouldn't doubt if he pardons all of the January 6th people. All of them.
Yeah, he probably will.
He ran on it.
He said he will.
Yeah. They'll probably do it the first day. That's an easy thing for them. He didn't give a shit.
What's P. Diddy say about that?
This is absurd. I feel like
he might pardon P. Diddy. Could you imagine? Could you imagine if he pardoned P. Diddy? Look, he did gave a very nice contribution. So now he's out of jail. Oh, he's got his mansion back and all the baby oil he wants.
Here's another ditty.
If Diddy did diddle dudes, how many dudes did Diddy diddle?
According to my calculations, if Diddy did diddle dudes, Diddy diddled over 1 billion dudes.
Oh, damn, does that mean Diddy's getting his doodle did?
Oh, most definitely. If Diddy's found guilty, Diddy's definitely getting his doodle hole diddled by dudes with large diddles.
Oh, Diddy done did it now.
All right. He really did.
Diddy did.
What is the price of a pardon then? If he's for sale, right? What do we think that is?
Well, you see, Epstein got caught. Boris Epstein got caught trying to sell cabinet positions.
Who?
Boris Epstein, his right-hand guy for his campaign. The fat Italian-looking dude that worked on it comes out. Boris Epstein. He's Jewish, probably. Epstein, huh? Anyways, he was offering. This is Trump's people. Trump's people investigated him and found out he was telling people, if you want a cabinet position, you have to give me $100,000 or like $4,000 a week for 10 months or something. And even some of the guys Trump picked said he said I could only get this job if I paid him money.
Hey,
so
Mark.
They said he would be fired, but he hasn't been fired yet.
Of course he hasn't, because it's okay. That's why. It's okay. Because Trump's going to do the same thing. It's just Trump didn't get his cut. That's the reason why it's not okay.
Hey, Sure is having a microphone sale.
Have you ever watched Star Trek?
Yes.
Do you know the alternate universe that they accidentally keep slipping into every now and then?
Yes.
That's us. That's us.
Ours is not all in reality.
Thinking we're in the
full of dumbasses.
We're not.
Hey, our country's full of dumbasses. It's not all. They put signs up. We know who the dumbasses are.
Exactly, and we put them in charge.
And there's still signs. They're still fucking up. Like this guy can't even run again, and they still got his signs out. They're so proud that they've elected this piece of shit.
I still can't believe that Elon Musk convinced the government to give him that much money. If he came in that meeting and was jumping around like he does on that damn stage and acts the way he does, and they gave him that money.
Elon Musk is an American horror story.
I mean, I don't know if he convinced them he's smart. Maybe he is a genius. There's probably is.
There's no sign that he's a genius.
But
all he's ever done is take other people's genius and use it.
Everything I've seen is just like, whoa.
Yeah.
Just calm down. The lights
are on, but no one's home.
Well, and it's that he really wants to be funny. He really wants to be liked.
It's bad. And these guys running the country. And we're probably going to go to prison for talking about it. So fuck you, John, for getting me arrested.
Well,
we actually had this conversation. Remember, I said, John, should we stop?
Yeah. Oh, well, you know.
John says, no. You just keep saying stuff, and I'll sit there and go, oh, really, Marv?
Well, I think about it, though. You'll spend, well, maybe not. I could have it could go many different scenarios. I was going to say, even though I could die first, especially if there's like a heart attack scenario, that's an easy, you know what I mean?
You're going to
they get me
in prison. You're going to lose
and
weight. You're going to get buff in prison, man.
No. I'm not even making it to prison. There's going to be an incident on the way to prison where they get my heart rate up and they suffocate me on the ground. And I try to maybe I try to fight back, but then I give up and they kill me anyway. They say, oh, it's just a heart attack. Look at him. And they're
eating the dogs. They're eating the cats.
I'll be dead. And then they'll cut up all these videos and talk about how much I hated Trump. And they'll say, look at that. Look, he hated the fearless leader. He hated him. He deserved it. And then,
plenty of evidence out there against me. I know that.
What are you going to do?
I'm toast. But you know what? I look at that Russian guy who could have left Russia and not gone back to prison. And he says, no, I'm going to stand up against Putin. And Putin killed him. So it took a while.
It didn't work out. No, it didn't work out.
No. Putin's still in power.
There's one time it worked out for the comedian. One time in the Ukraine, he won that election, and that's the worst.
Did it work out though? Isn't he hiding from bunker to bunker, John? Isn't he?
That's my point exactly.
Are you saying I could be president? Is that what I'm hearing? No. Zelensky was a popular comedian,
No,
John.
what I'm saying is
Zelensky was a famous
Joe
popular.
Rogan will be president.
Oh, that's a more likely scenario.
Because he's very Trump-favorite.
Okay, that's better. See, I hit these memes. I don't know how long they're going to go on, these buttons. Thank you. That's enough. Stop.
Aww.
I need to find one that can hit to stop the other one.
Do you think it's odd that these guys, you think that they really based their whole vote on whether or not Donald Trump was going to first of all, how many of them vote? Second, do you think they based their whole vote squarely on whether or not he came on Joe Rogan or not?
Yeah.
Well, that sounds really bad, but it's also probably
a lot of young men did.
Yeah, but they would have. So, but they would have had to have been registered beforehand, though, right?
Yeah, they would have been registered probably. No, some states you could register same day though.
It just seems like that probably those guys were already going to vote, or they were already in the Trump wheelhouse.
I know already. A lot of young guys into the Trump shit.
But then they went out to vote because he went on Joe Rogan.
They dig it that he was a millionaire and rich and fucking grabs pussy and get away with it. I mean, there's some guys who just admire the shit out of him for that. They won't say it in public, but they goes, yeah, I want to grab women by the pussy.
Okay. And they want that guy as president?
Yeah, obviously. He got almost half the vote.
And see, that's what I'm talking about, though.
He didn't get half the vote. He didn't get 50%.
That demographic, at least some of them, how long has Trump been with us in that capacity where he's the apprentice and stuff like that? You know what I mean?
It's been years.
And they didn't see politics before when you didn't act that way. And he normalized all that for
forever. I mean, we're going to spend our lives with this now.
Yeah.
It's perfectly normal to be a total asshat. They don't know when Republicans and Democrats used to work together to solve problems. They never lived through that. Reagan is the cause of all this.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I used to love the Dennis Leary asshole song, and you know, and then to know more about Dennis Leary, completely wrong about that. You know,
yeah,
everybody has their fault, man.
I sing the Dennis Leary asshole song.
Yeah,
karaoke. I'm an asshole because it's funny, but it's not. I don't throw my trash in the street like Dennis Leary's song.
Well, nobody does, but now it's like, hey, I mean, everybody can be one. You too. You don't have to, act to behave a certain way and not be like a complete fucking asshole. But hey, here we are. And you know what? The big argument is like, you know what? People just say they don't like the way he talks. They're talking about Trump. They just don't like the way he talks. And we're like, it's just I had an uncle. I had a great uncle, and I didn't like the way he talked. But he had a heart of gold deep down. He gave my sister-in-law money.
He yells at the dog when no one's looking. He pets the dog when no one's looking.
Yeah, yeah. And when he's not looking, he doesn't. He
pets it really hard around the neck.
He the children anymore.
He pets it really hard around the neck. You can tell he loves that dog. He loves it. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats.
You're an asshole, man. Yeah, that's another thing. Somebody brought that up. How come we're not hearing about those Haitians in Springfield anymore? They're going to move them out.
Fell out of favor. The food choices have changed.
Right? Now they must be
They're back to
started
regular
eating meat.
food.
They're back to Longhorn,
Back to hamburger now.
right? Back to Longhorn. Ah, damn it. Fuck, I don't want to eat at Applebee's. They're probably, had a better diet at that point.
Yeah. Cat
Damn
might be
riblet.
low in fat. I don't know what cat is on the protein scale, but it's probably low in
Well,
fat.
I tell you what, tell me the animal that has a riblet. I think that's a rat. Rats have riblets.
Oh, over break here, I found out I had some mice in my house.
Oh,
So I began trapping mice, and I think I've gotten them all. We didn't just ask them to leave either. Just so you know.
oh, you ate them?
Yeah, right.
Well, right down the hatch, huh? Marv is a lizard person.
They're eating the mice. They're eating the rats. Because they're Democrats. That's what they do. They
What
eat
was
food.
that? V, where the lizard people ate the
It's-
rats or the mice? Was it V?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You never watched V?
I did. The movie
The
Guy in the
80s?
Mask.
Didn't they eat mice?
I don't remember that scene.
That shit scared me when I was a kid. I think
And-
maybe not. I thought that they did. There was one. Maybe it
Gonna-
was them. One
That'll
of them ate
probably be the
mice.
hero that saves us from Trump. That guy.
What's that?
That'll probably be the guy that saves us. Oh no, I'm thinking of something else.
Roddy Piper?
V was aliens, right?
Yeah.
What's the one where the guy wears the white mask and he's a political?
Where's the white mask?
Yeah, V for Vendetta. That's what I was thinking.
Oh, yeah. I gotcha.
Right. Okay, let's wrap it up. What have we covered? We're doomed.
Yeah, and we're doomed double time. Joe Rogan's going to be our dictator president.
President
Leader.
Rogan.
Yeah.
Marvin has a
Aaron
titanium
Trump's
shoulder,
in charge.
so I'll be singing "I Am Titanium" at all the karaoke's now.
Yeah.
John is going to die on the way to prison.
Yep.
He's going to have
Jail, not prison. I won't even get to prison.
He'll
It'll be jail.
be at the county jail when he
Yeah.
gets.
No, won't make it there.
He's going to die in the paddy wagon
In the street. No, out in the street.
before he
in front
gets.
of my family. In front of my family. I won't even get. Yeah, no. You're missing it. And they're like, it's this street. There's so much crime on this street, and it'll be just chalked up as another.
Who's the
Yeah.
relative? Who's the relative that's
Random
going to say? Which one's going to
That's
say it was probably for the best?
Yes. All of my neighbors. Well, how much do you think we could get for his house?
You're gonna, as you pass away, this is all we're gonna hear.
But hey, hopeful third scenario, a recession. Okay, doesn't sound too bad. Otherwise, not a depression, like a recession, borderline depression, and then, here comes some Democrat, and we still have elections. That's Marv's third scenario. I think that's hopeful. I think, yay, hopeful.
Save us all, and then they'll fix it, and we'll go right back to this shit again.
Oh, you know what we forgot to talk about real quick?
What?
I know.
What?
Did we talk about this? That Joe and on the Meet Joe show, political show in the morning. What is that? Morning Joe?
Oh, Joe and
Yeah, they went to Trump land.
Mika. Yeah, they kissed the ring.
Yep.
Hey, he's going to buy him. Elon Musk is going to buy MSNBC, so there's not going to be any. We're not going to have any outlets anymore. We'll just have the internet
Musk.
for our
Huh.
news. Pretty soon it'll be just like Russia, all right wing news.
So, but they're going to shut down that. They're going to shut down all the freedom of internet shit, right?
I don't know if it's shuttable. If they can actually shut it down, we'll see.
Oh, Marv. I mean, maybe if they'll be dark. There'll be
There's
dark
people getting
computers and all that,
information in
gapped
China.
computers. Yeah, there'll be gapped computers, but you're still going to get in trouble if you're going to be on the regular live internet.
There's going to be a what do you call the freedom fighters?
Yeah, there'll be a few, and they're going to get arrested.
I hope I can be more athletic with a new shoulder.
Well,
when
maybe
I drop down with my 50-year-old Russian gun from World War I that I don't hurt my shoulder when I drop to the ground to shoot it.
Here, with your other arm, let me see you go like this.
I can't see what you're doing.
With your other arm, like hold it up like you're down, like your hands up against the wall or something like that. Yeah, yeah. There you go. There you go.
Oh, that's going to be a problem.
All right. No, not your other hand. No, not that one. Not that one. Not that one. There you go. Just the one. Just the one.
Oh, like that?
Yeah. You got to get used to that position until, hey, wait. Then you hear about my death, and you're like, no. I love Trump. I love Trump. Now say I love Trump.
I love Trump.
There you go. You just got to keep
Trump.
saying it. Once you hear about my death, then you know, they're like, no. Look. I love Trump.
I love Trump, and I like this.
Queso cheese and lunch leaf versus whatever that is.
Oh.
Drip versus stick. I like my cheese drippy, bruh. I like my cheese drippy, bruh. I like my cheese drippy.
Of course, we all like our cheese drippy, bruh.
And we haven't talked since the boxing match. What did you see?
Yeah.
Tyson versus Paul?
Yeah.
Maybe we did.
It was not good.
We did talk about it, didn't we?
We might have.
Yeah, it was before.
I can't remember. Yeah.
It was before my surgery, 3 days before.
It was.
We did. All right.
So, hey.
I can't drive yet, so I can't say I'm going to do a show.
I mean, I can come pick you up and I can take you to a show if you want to go to a show.
Well, we could do that. Wherever you want to go. We should do an Akron one.
Okay.
It would make sense for you to pick me up and go back to Cleveland and bring me back home.
Oh, I'd bring you to Cleveland, not take you back home.
Oh. Ariel Castro impression. Is that what you're saying?
No. I'll leave your body someplace.
Just do my Castro jokes. You remember how many Ariel Castro jokes I had?
That's so much work, though.
I had a lot. They were complaining they weren't losing money on the what's the island in Cuba, the Guantanamo Bay.
Yeah.
Saying, well, they should hire Ariel Castro because he held a lot of people very cheaply in his basement.
That's true. That's true. But it's still like another whole nother job. I don't have time for that.
He had a
he did
it for a very low budget though, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it might have been a low budget, but think about the amount of time it consumed. It's like a third job.
I think he could have been an advisor for Guantanamo Bay.
Let alone, no, I get it. That's the reason why he got the other ones to watch the other ones. But that's regardless of being a terrible thing to do.
One of them just died. One of the girls just died. Something happened.
Really? I don't know.
Can't leave it on that. We got to find out. There was something in the news about one of the girls.
I had no idea. No, I don't know.
Who got sick or something. I think Michelle.
Michelle Knight?
Yeah, I think something. She just got. Something just happened to her. Let me see. What the hell? The fuck did it come out like that? I typed it wrong. She started a business and something happened to it, I think. Oh, no. She started an animal rescue.
Okay.
And something happened to her animal rescue.
Oh. So she's okay.
She was homeless for a while.
Wait, this was before, though, right?
Oh, I don't know. I'd have to read the whole story. I can't find the newest story. I just read it the other day. But something happened to her animal rescue. Oh, the APL rated her animal rescue. Which the irony there is so.
Yeah.
People came and took animals away from her that she wasn't taken care of properly. Apparently, that's their story.
Yeah, that's not.
They seized 37 animals from Lily Rose Lee's Lorraine Animal Rescue. Her rescue is known as Lily Rose Rescue. and they raided her animal rescue. And APL won't comment because it's a pending investigation. So she's changed her name to Lily Rose Lee.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that either. So
They left her the dogs, cats, and barn animals. You got to have dinner. Well, they're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats.
Say that again. What? Say that again.
They left her the dogs, cats, and barn animals. They just took her birds mostly. It looks like.
She has barn animals.
Yeah, that's what it says.
Like horses and cows and.
You want to see the video? You want to see the video?
Sheep? No, not really.
Okay.
Unless you want, I mean, if you want to put it up, but I mean,
I left several animals, mainly birds. I mean, I feel bad for her because clearly she's trying to save animals. But
well, who knows? She could be. She could put somebody in charge.
Do it right.
And she could have put somebody in charge, and they're doing. Who knows? Maybe she is liable. I have no idea. I'll wait for the investigation. So I don't know.
She's probably just trying her best, man. That's what I think.
Marv, this is one of those. She said
we should do a comedy show to help.
We
should do a comedy benefit to help her buy cages and stuff for her animals. I think that's the problem. They weren't properly caged.
So okay, so then now that Trump's in office, all these regulations, people can have the exotic animals and the monkeys, all the monkeys they want, and tigers, and put them in whatever cages they want, and they can have them free roaming, and just we're going to find a line out here from the zoo because the zoo don't need to cage them up no more. Just let the lions roam, and then that way they can come down here and just find the running immigrants and just chase them down. And we can have live sport. People can have it on their TikToks if that's still legal.
Well, they will get rid of regulations, but not yet. There's still regulations. And, I got to believe that her heart is in the right place, trying to help, because helping animals is a noble thing, in my opinion, But I think what happens to a lot of people who start their own animal rescues, like they get overwhelmed. Because, if you say, I'll take your dogs, cats that you don't want, there's going to be people dropping shit off your house every night.
Yeah.
People are like, I have to move. I don't have any place for this dog. People, they might even love their dogs, but they can't take them with them. They got to move on with their lives. It's a bad situation for animals. So I don't know. I feel really bad for Michelle Knight. She had a. I mean, I know I made jokes, and I may not be the best person because I believe you can joke about anything. But
we're terrible people. But that's
I have a lot of empathy for what she went through.
We weren't saying anything about that what she did wasn't, or what happened wasn't horrible. What we were saying was that what he was doing is it's like an extra job or whatever. That's what we were saying. That's what we were making fun of him. We weren't making fun of them. There's a difference, Marv. It's okay.
I said he was cost efficient, basically, is what I said.
Well, but that's what we were making fun of him, the monster. Okay. Yeah. And we weren't saying anything about them or what happened.
My other joke is with the popularity of all of these escape rooms, shouldn't the Castro girls be getting that money from some residuals from that, I think?
All right, now that went too far, Marv. All right, come on, man.
I think they should be getting paid for what they suffered. It should be direct. It should be a payment. Like when you go to an escape room, there should be a line to the girls.
Like the Native Americans at the casino. Like they get all that money because
they suffered already. My joke isn't going to make them suffer. I'm trying to get them money is the point of the joke.
They got, their whole
I want them to be paid.
Family's destroyed. Yeah, you're right. Same thing. Just like the Native Americans, Marv. You're right.
Now, my other jokes, when I said, I saw that show about.
Why did you cancel again?
The Castro girls being held hostage by Ariel Castro. Yeah. Worst episode of Hoarders I've ever seen. That was a bad joke. And then you go, okay, Storage Wars. I don't know what you guys watch.
Okay.
It was a bad joke.
All right, play the music. Play the music.
Cancel me.
I already missed my bets. Damn it!
Who am I pandering to?
I didn't lay any money down. I'm out the 1 o'clock window.
Oh shit! You can still bet on live stuff.
Yeah, but it's 11 minutes in. It's 12 minutes in. I can only do 4 o'clock window now. Thanks, Marv.
All right, we're out. We're out.
Play the damn music. I had sure things. I
didn't even know you were
had dollar wagers.
You didn't tell
on.
me. Thank you, John.
You're welcome.
Now,
Now, pump, pump.